The complaints handling a mechanism of any National Human Rights Commission is very much its backbone. But we can't expect a complaints handling procedure to really engage in or to influence the kind of systemic change that is necessary for women's and girls' rights to be put front and centre where they need to be. And this is where the inquiries come in.
A national inquiry is a public process by which a Human Rights Commission undertakes an investigation into an important human rights situation. It's the kind of investigation that is done publicly because it has not just a role of finding facts, but also of educating the community, of awareness raising and human rights education, of building up, in fact, a constituency or a movement that will be advocates for the recommendations of the report.
We got a lot of complaints also about honor killing and also about rape. In more than 50%, rape happen with children under the 18 years old.
In my view, in our view in the Human Rights Commission, it's a criminal act. It's a violation of human rights of women.
So we started the first national inquiry about rape and also honor killing. We wanted to open this and find what is the reason why this is happening in Afghanistan.
So we did this because of these issues. One, to break the silence and taboo in talking about these things. Secondly, to give awareness and alert the government institution or state institution that this is going on. Thirdly, to give awareness to the public that a girl who is a victim of rape should not be victimized again, and the state institution should protect her, even if the family doesn't protect her. State has the responsibility to protect her.
It was not easy also the first because this was very sensitive issues and not acceptable by a lot of people.
And it was very interesting because we brought victims, we brought the perpetrator, we brought police, we brought people from the court, from the prosecutor office to sit from the civil society. Let's talk about this.
So it was very, very useful because after that, media played very, very good role.
It gives a lot of information to the people. It gives a lot of awareness to the public because why this girl should be killed. They are victim, first of all, a victim of rape and violence already, and then you commit another violence in order to keep your honor. It's not. So after that, we have cases of very conservative society and communities in Afghanistan who bring their daughters to Kabul, to the capital. And one of the nomads who are quite conservative, he came with his daughter and he said, to any television I'm willing to go and show my face and my daughter's face in order to protect other girls. This is a big, it gives us the courage and hope that the people really take these issues seriously.
So I think this is our responsibility to do for next generation.
We continue to keep pushing, and we don't let the recommendation to stay in our shelf. We follow up when we are trying to codify our criminal code, and we try to add it on the criminal code as a crime and have clear, specific punishment for it, because we didn't have it. We didn't have anything in the law. So now the honor killing is not going unpunished or unnoticed.
My review and the Commission's review really came after a high-profile sex scandal that happened in the military. So we look very much at the treatment of women, the systemic issues, the fact that they are a minority group, and whether or not they're seen as equal partners in a military environment. And what we found was that for many women, because they were working in an environment which was so male-dominated, they did experience high levels of discrimination, exclusion, sexual misconduct. When I was first called in at the request of a Defence Minister, I could have gone in with a big stick in a sense, but we chose not to do that. We chose to go in very much with a position which said, look, you know, it's in everyone's interest to have a high-performing and inclusive culture operating in the military. So we reframed our human rights, I suppose, language in the language of capability. So because what we help them understand is that unless women are treated equally, unless we have increased number of women in the military, we won't be as capable. And just to give you an example of that, I travelled to as many military bases as I could. So I've been to 60 military bases. I went into deployed environments, and I spoke to thousands of individual members of our military, many of them women. And that was really a major part of the work that we did. We brought women who'd been abused directly face-to-face in a safe environment, and that was the role of a Human Rights Commission, to really create that safe environment. We brought them face-to-face with power in the military, and that's what's really shifted. I mean, it was that work, what I call restorative engagement work, that the Human Rights Commission did that really shifted the whole case for change in the military, and that's why we've seen so much momentum on reform in the Australian Defence Force.